Hello, and a very, very warm welcome to Tuesdays at 2. I say very, very warm welcome because out there it's something like, with the wind chill, it's something like minus 28 degrees Celsius. So I'm warm. Hopefully you're warm, and hopefully you're ready to listen to another Tuesdays at 2. This is episode number 209. Yep, 209. And we're going to continue what I started last week, are talking about interviews. For the next 2 months, both my Tuesdays at 2 and my career tips for a crazy world will focus on interview techniques, the importance of interviews, and what to do and what not to do. What not to do is just as important as what to do. So today's the whole series is how to master the art of first impressions to help you win the interview. So this is a series of 10 or 11 videos, your ultimate guide to interview success. This is the Tuesdays at 2, so it's a longer than career tips for a crazy world. So this is video number 2. And so after the interview tips and tricks video, which I did last week, now I'm going to do a deep dive and provide some hopefully resonating, engaging answers to most common interview questions. Now, if anybody's got any questions, not just to do with interviews, but to do with their career management, please put them in the comments window, and I will answer them either as we go through this presentation or at the end. So the engaged answers to the most common interview questions. Remember, be bold, be articulate, and be confident. So today's question, the first question in a series of many questions, is, do you know yourself? So many people don't. So do you know yourself? This may seem like a pretty simple, easy question to answer. But for senior executives and those who aspire to be business leaders, it can be tough. It can be like a pitfall. It can be like a glass, treading on glass for them. So it's crucial that you answer it fully and confidently. So self-awareness is the cornerstone of effective leadership, and it highlights your personal value. We each have value. You have value, the next person next to you has value. So you need to articulate your value. The importance of self-knowledge, knowing who you are. It gives you a competitive edge, because sadly, blows me away, so many people don't know who they are. So in a competitive job market, knowing oneself can be the key to unlock that success. When being recruited, everyone is in a competition. It's like a street race, and there is only a trophy for number one. There's not a trophy for number two. No silver medal or bronze medal. All the other candidates, as a result of that interview and their decision made, will be eliminated, will be rejected. So understanding who you are and your personal value can set you apart from the competition, from the other people in that race. So you need to know who you are. It's not just about having skills. It's about how to leverage those skills. And you might have multiple skills, so multiple skills effectively. So do you know that, how to articulate your value? Being able to articulate your value will make you feel far more confident, far more calm, far more rested in the interview. The more research you do, the better it's going to be for you. And your unique promise of value is essential. So clear, compelling, resonating communication of your skills, your attributes, can significantly influence the interviewer's mind, the hiring decisions. So give a lot of thought about what makes you stand out? Why should I choose you over Mary, Mark, Paul, Raj, John, or anybody else? Can you articulate your ambition, your leadership style? Many people can't. You need to practice this. You need to rehearse this. Reflecting on these aspects can make a substantial, a massive difference between being hired and not being hired. But you want to be the first one. You want to be hired. So let's work on that together so that we can sharpen your competitive edge. So discovering your unique promise of value. It's like a self-discovery, a self-assessment. So here's some techniques that I will share with you. Start by conducting a thorough, detailed self-assessment to identify your strengths. Put strengths on one side, put the weaknesses on the other. Be proud of both and concentrate on those weaknesses. Use tools like personality tests. They call them career tests. They call them psychological tests. Don't be frightened by the word psychological. It tends to scare a lot of people, but don't be frightened. They're good. They go deep dive into exactly who you are, and it's actually an eye opener. I've had many of them, and I've been wowed by some of the stuff that they've uncovered and highlighted in the paper copy report that you get after doing the test. And there are specialist coaches who do nothing else but do administer those personality tests. I can't administer those personality tests, but I can coach from them, and I've coached many, many times. So use tools like those career tests, those personality tests, those psychological tests. Seek feedback from peers and be prepared to hear some negative thoughts. Engage in negative thoughts. Engage in self-reflection exercises. Go back and think about, well, where did you go wrong? Where did you go right? Understanding your leadership style. So many people, again, cannot articulate their leadership style and their ambitions. And it's beneficial not for just job search, but throughout their whole career, because you are in a career for a few decades and you need to be constantly aware of your career management. So let's focus on some examples of career differentiators. Consider career differentiators such as innovative thinking, strategic vision, exceptional skills, or an expert at whatever. Are you a subject matter expert? Are you considered a subject matter expert? Are you considered a thought leader? Then these qualities can be showcased in your resume, your CV, on LinkedIn, which is very, very crucial, during the interview, and of course, your daily work. Don't be frightened of tooting your own horn. And align your personal values with your organizational goals demonstrates that you are not just a good fit, but the best fit, the best fit. So you want to be thought of as the number one. There is, as I say, only trophy for number one, and you look after number one. So communicating your value, crafting your message can be tough for many. You need to get out of your comfort zone to succinctly articulate your value proposition, your clarity, your confidence, and relevance are paramount. Make it easy for yourself by practicing. Practice with a friend, practice with a family member, practice with a colleague. Practice your elevator pitches and your personal branding statements. That's your unique promise of value in 15, 17, or 19 words to ensure that you can communicate your value effectively. So that person at the other end will remember you. They will remember you for certain words in that statement. So remember, a well-crafted, powerful message can leave a massive impression, a lasting impression. First impressions count. In an interview, you never get that chance for a second impression. So don't mess up that first impression. Make it memorable, make it resonating to the interviewer. Real life applications. So apply this self-awareness. Now you're starting to know exactly who you are in your job searches, your networking, and it will make networking a lot easier, especially if you're an introvert. So your career development, especially continuous learning and skills enhancement. You should always be updating your skills. Don't stop continuous learning. Many successful leaders have effectively communicated their value and and seen significant career leaps, career advancements as a result. I can give you many clients that have, once they've done all this research and this homework, and they're confident, they march out with pride and they march out with confidence. They're bold, they're brassy, and they're ready to articulate exactly who they are. So it can be great for your career advancement. Continually refine your message as you grow professionally. We tend to change as we get mature. So really, in your career plan, your career management, look at your personal brand every couple of years. Then structure your answers around this framework, the answers to the questions in the interview: past, present, and future. So past, briefly describe your background and your relevant experience. Don't go on and on and on. I ask people, well, tell me about yourself. And they go on and on and on. Pretty damn boring. The present, talk about your current role and your key accomplishments, because that's what you're going to be measured on. And then the future, explain what you are looking to achieve in your next appointment and why you are interested in that particular position you are interviewing for today. So let me read off something like a script for you. I am considered an expert in project management. In 2010, I acquired the PMP designation. And last year, I graduated with an EMBA, an Executive Master of Business Administration from London Business School. And I was very honored to be granted the class valedictorian status. There's only one in my class. For the past 5 years, I've been working as a project manager at Bowring Construction, where I've been leading various multi-functional teams on internal and outsourced projects, both internal and outsourced teams as well, on multi-million-dollar projects, infrastructure projects, commercial building projects, industrial building projects across North America and the Middle East. That gives you some culture awareness. What really got me into this field was my father, my late father. He owned and later sold a very successful construction business for a big profit. And as a kid, I used to go with my father, with him, to work and watch avidly them building those schools, building the other industrial buildings. And I was fascinated. I found it fascinating. And that's the way I got into this business. Currently, I am the lead on a project for a 255 million data center, 255 million data center for Amazon. However, we are wrapping up this project. It's closing, it's finishing in the fall, and handing over the project to the commissioning team. So therefore, it's imperative now that I start my job search. That project is way ahead of schedule and currently $4.5 million under budget. Get some facts, get some metrics in your verbal conversations. My job is now done, although I know I will be offered another project, but that might mean I have to move to Dubai, and I've worked in Dubai, and I don't want to move there again. Great place, but not good. I am not good for my family. So now I see this opportunity, the one I'm interviewing for today, to seek out a new challenge. That is why I am here, and this is why I want the director of PMO, Project Manager Office, as the perfect appointment for me. You won't be disappointed in my work. I know you will make the right decision, and collectively, collaboratively, we can work together to elevate your project, your infrastructure projects. So I can share my knowledge, my vast knowledge of construction and leadership. Number two, highlight the relevant strengths and experiences you will bring to that particular employer. So focus on your strengths and experiences that are most relevant to that particular job. This is where you need to customize your resume. You need to customize your CV. So relevant to the job you are applying for. So use specific examples, pick specific examples, and quantify your achievements where possible. The more metrics you get in there, like saving the money, making the money ahead of schedule, and under budget, is good for you. It's good sales proposition. I have a strong background in project management, having led many successful projects that improved the client's efficiency by 30%, which is a fair chunk, with new and somewhat pioneering construction techniques. At my previous job, my ability to manage multicultural teams is second to none, and meet deadlines, because remember that many multicultures work in construction sites, and my meet deadlines and demanding budgets has been a key factor in my professional career and my growth. Number three, align with that potential employer's needs. What are their needs? And you need to do some research on what their needs are. So tailor your response to align with the company needs and also their culture and their value. Each company has their own culture. Each company has their own value. Show that you've done some research into the company. Don't just walk in blind and think it's going to be a breeze. The more research you do, the better it's going to be for you. And understand how your skills and experiences make you the number one, the good fit, the number one candidate. You want to position yourself ahead of the others. So I am particularly drawn to your company because its commitment to innovation. Remember, we talked about innovation, pioneering technology just a minute ago. So commitment to innovation and ESG. So that's becoming very, very important topic. So my experience in developing eco-friendly construction solutions aligns well with your corporate value, your company goals, because you've done your homework and you've studied what exactly their company goals are. And I'm excited about this opportunity to contribute to your future. I'm sure I can be a great partner in all your projects, big projects, small projects. So finally, if you found this video helpful, and I hope you did, please like and comment and subscribe on my YouTube channel. Press the subscribe button and the bell button for more career advice content. If you're on YouTube, please do me a favor and subscribe to my YouTube. So good luck with your next interview. Hopefully you've learned some good topics today. I will be back next week when the question will be, tell me about yourself. So tell me about yourself. So we will go into more detail, further detail about how to answer that question. Tell me about yourself. This is a good long series combining my career tips for a crazy world and my Tuesdays at 2. So have a great week. Do something this week to manage your career. You should be managing your career, not just when you're in career transition, i.e. unemployed, but you should be doing it when you're gainfully employed. So go networking, meet some new people, do something or post something, comment on something on LinkedIn, be active on LinkedIn. So I will see you next week for another Tuesdays at 2. Hopefully you will be joining me when we will be talking about tell me about yourself. So have a great week. If anybody wants a free, no obligation, no sales pitch resume critique, I'll just put my email up there. I'm more than happy to give you 30 minutes of my time, no obligation, for free. And I will go through your resume, your CV from top to bottom, because today when they're assessed, processed by that ATS, that computer, you cannot afford one character, one line, one bullet wrong. So I'm more than happy to do that. And I will see you here next week, martin@analyteresume.com. I will see you here next week for number 210. Yes, 210 Tuesdays at 2. Have a great week.